Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the McCown Library. You're about to meet an amazing man. His work is unique and answers many questions that never before crossed our minds. Help me welcome Mr. Jose Antonio Jarimba, the author of The Human Mold, Prevention from Origin.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. I would first like to thank the library management to give me the opportunity to be here. The KRUV, the radio station that did a beautiful interview, and many others like Miss Alette from All Neighborhood All Stars that invited many of her friends, and many others that, so many to mention. And today I would like to present to you the discovery that I made and the project that it came to be unique. It was 25 years ago. I was on a cruise. We're going around South America. And the barber missed the ship. So a colleague of mine needed a haircut. So I said, okay, I'll give you a haircut. When I was cutting his hair, I noticed one side was kind of spiky. So it was very funny, but when he returned to the dining room next day, my colleagues liked it, and they said, well, I might have do, so who did it? He said, it was me. So, okay, so they asked me to help them out. I did. Throughout the course of this cruise, I did maybe 20, and I noticed that 7 out of 10 had this problem on the left side, and 3 on the right side. Then cruise was over. 10 years later, I am going for a physical in Miami. And I saw on television a fetus inside of a mother-to-be moving. And that's where I connected that spiky hair to maybe when the head that is forming of the fetus is touching the womb, the hair grows in different directions. And I stood up, I went to the restroom, I looked at myself, I found out that mine was on the right side. I noticed my shoulder was lower, and that was all at that moment. And I said, something is wrong here. That's when I started investigating. Then I found out that, yes, it might happen in the womb. So I looked for a school that teaches fetal origins. There was none in the world. So I said, I'm going to do this myself. So I started interviewing thousands of mothers, interviewing kids, checking for their misalignment. I found out that, yes, indeed, we are asymmetric from the womb. To prove my theory, I invited 17 ladies that were about to have a baby. But I chose some with kids, some without, some with 1 or 2 kids, some with 5, to make sure that when the baby comes, we could compare with the others. So indeed, when the babies were born, we discovered that, yes, the molding and the misformation happens in the womb. When the mother rests towards the right side, which is most common, the baby is facing the mother as the baby forms. And at that point, one of the legs, that is longer on one side keeps bumping on the womb, and the baby will be born with the short leg syndrome, long arm syndrome, because the shoulder also is pressing on the womb, the head. So a person that is asymmetric, we can look and you can tell by how much. By looking at someone, we will look, the ear is pinned, symmetry line off, a person may see less from one eye, the shoulder will appear lower. When they smile, the symmetry line, they smile sideways, and if you look from the top down, you will notice one cheek is stretched on the same side. The eyes sometimes are obvious, is a little closed. Then this person will have all these complications, including the lower hip, the knee, the foot will have all of this that you see here. And of course, once the structure is not correctly aligned, we'll have many other complications. At this point, the fluid is balanced and is pressing on the bones and causing pain, discomfort. Some of the veins will be semi-blocked, causing improper blood circulation, which causes numbness. And then to the head, people have migraines and many brain complications, and they don't know that it's likely due to the artery that goes to the brain forms a spider web. This is the artery that has to have the strongest blood pressure. Why? Because for the blood to penetrate those microveins has to have a lot of pressure. And if the shoulder or the structure is a little tilted, it will prevent proper blood circulation to the brain and cause many, many complications. Migraines, constant migraines is a big one. Then headaches and many others is as a result of this. Then, not only that, then the immune system gets weak. When the immune system gets weak, of course, many other complications arise from tiredness. Pain always is there present, warning you that something is wrong with your skeleton. And people don't know, so they're going to look for, let's say, someone has a shoulder problem. Is going to go to a specialist that, well, to cure the shoulder. Well, it's very difficult. You can work on the shoulder all your life. If you don't correct your structure, your shoulder will never be well. For the shoulder to be well, you have to align the structure. Once you align the structure, the fluid balances. And when the fluid balances, the spine goes into a normal posture. Then the blood, the veins that were semi-blocked, they open, and the person then starts having normal blood circulation. When a person has normal blood circulation, the immune system rises. And when the immune system is high, the cells at this point are running the body, around the body, of course, in the blood, at healing speed. At this point, a person will start looking younger, healthier, and stronger. And they stay like that always, because that's normal. By the law of physics, if everything is in place, everything is going to work well. That's what I do. This process is called symmetrology. Someone that practices symmetrology is a symmetrologist and comes from symmetry. Okay? And the asymmetric part of our beings starts in the womb, okay? Because of the positioning of the fetus. Normally, my research took me as back as this. You see this picture? You see the baby? You see the baby has curved, right? No one knows why the baby is curved. But yes, it's because we humans, when you stand up, the baby is fighting gravity. Because before, when humans were like this, the baby was lying correctly, the cord was straight up, and we will live up to 120 years. Okay, now that we are like this, the baby is forming and is gaining weight and is getting curved. Then what happens? Sometimes they even hang their cords, hang themselves. Then they start kicking a lot because they are in discomfort, possible pain. Okay? And then when they are born, you leave them on the floor, they walk. This is part of our lives. Then we teach the babies how to walk. That is fine, but we are suffering. And most people, they say 90% of the people have pain. So that's a very serious situation. And symmetrology can answer that question. I have had, people are sending to me people that they have many, many complications. No matter what complication, you send the person to me, we will help them. Very, very possibly we will help them. I haven't had a case yet that I haven't helped 100%. There might be a case that is not clear or still needs improvement, but 95% satisfaction, I think it's excellent. I don't know anyone that can do that. So this is what the book is about. After I did all this research and was sure of my work, I wrote a book. It's called Human Mold Prevention from Origin. Why prevention from origin? When someone, a woman, finds out that she's pregnant, well, she's not going to be like it. In the future, we're going to have beds where they can lie and have a baby, a nice symmetric baby. But for now, I suggest they alternate, which works a lot. And by alternating, and also, once a girl finds out she's pregnant, it's very important to check her symmetrology. Check her bones to make sure the bones are symmetric. Okay, why check it? Because once the bones are symmetric, the veins are open, the blood will flow proper to the baby, to the fetus that is forming. The baby will be born healthier. And more symmetric, the healthier the baby is going to be. This is pretty much what my work is about, and this book is for all the families to learn about this work. So when someone has a problem in the family, well, it's a shoulder, it's a migraine, it's back pain, they know what to do. They will know to look for. Everyone should check their alignment. That's a mandatory thing, like a car. A car with 2 tires that are low, it's going to break down. Why don't we look at ourselves and say, yes, why not? That makes sense. Yes, it makes sense. Because people that I have helped enjoying pretty much optimal health, and that's a proof that it works. Myself, my case, I don't even mention. I was already fainting. My mother slept 10 hours with me inside a day, average. I was born based on 1 inch, almost half an inch off. You can tell by my shoulder. I was having back pain. I needed massage all the time. That's one thing that when someone is asymmetric, start having complications, you know? Start having complications like tiredness, need massage. So people, every now and then, keeps going massages. Then drinks, they drink also this, how they call with energy drinks, okay? Because what we eat is for energy for our body. It will not cure pain, it will give you more energy, you feel better, but then you have to keep on eating or drinking it. And then, special for some people, if you have a lot of discomfort and pain, you have a tendency to eat. Gives you more energy, but also you gain weight. Okay, that's a good thing because when people gain weight this way, once they come to me and I make the correction, you will lose the weight back. Because the neurons in your brain, they will control your appetite. Because once you get to be corrected, everything is going to function normal. So it's going to be a transformation that you go through in your body. Temperature will go into a normal, will be under control because when one is asymmetric, you go outside, the sun bothers you, the cold bothers you. But once you have good alignment, your body will respond to the environment, and you will not be in discomfort. You will feel it, but you will not feel in discomfort or sick. That's very important. If you have blood pressure, it will go under control. I mean, diabetes, it's like you see here, for example, on this side, that is the affected side, the blood circulates slower because here it's semi-blocked, so it enters slowly. If people take medication, the side effects will be as a result of, on this side, the blood circulating slower, here and down there. And that's how people get side effects. If you drink alcohol or take medication, this happens, okay? So when people go for glucose test, 90% of the times, whoever takes the blood test takes on the left hand. 70% of the people approximately are misaligned on the left side. What's the result? There is more glucose there, and the blood is circulating slower, will not clean it, bring it back to clean. It's going to stay there and accumulate the residues to the food too. So a person that has diabetes is always on this side, arthritis on this side. Why? The weak side, people then start moving slower as a result of limitation, and then they think all the body is a mess. No, it's not. It starts on one side. So the diabetes, then they diagnose people that have diabetes. Okay, but once I correct the person, the blood starts circulating normal, well, then they feel fine. They reach optimal health, and then there's none found. It cleans by itself. Okay, it depends. In some cases, they are already deteriorating. That's difficult to come back, but most of the people come back. Because when they reach optimal health and you are once your blood circulates, 100%, and your immune system is higher, nothing survives in your body. Remember that, nothing. I've had people that doctors have diagnosed them with cancer. They came to see me because they heard about me today. They are clean. That's very nice, good news. Even one doctor called me to meet me and congratulate me about my work. I also needed help and helped him out. So this is what happened. This is basic, and this is a result of misalignment in the womb, okay? Very, very important. And there are other thousands of complications, that happen that, I don't even, have the time to mention, but they are related to the same thing. Misalignment causes weakness of the body. Immune system goes lower, and that translates into you're subject to get infections and many, many others. For example, someone has pain on the knee, all right? Of course, they go to a specialist to fix their knee. They take x-rays, everything. Why not send someone to align the bones? Maybe they don't know about it yet. But by aligning all of this, the pain of the knee goes away right away. In 20 minutes, the pain goes away. And it will not come back because the person will become permanently correctly aligned. Okay, that's what it is about. And there is much more because the way, the health system is going, and people are looking for health, to cure themselves, it's, I don't know, but it doesn't seem that good. It seems that people keep coming back, and I am very happy for the people that I have met and have met me, and I can tell when I see them they look happy, and that's a beautiful thing, like myself. Going back to my case, I discovered, when I discovered that our problem starts in the womb, and then I start working on a scientific part to find out exactly how could we correct ourselves. It wasn't easy. But yes, once I found out, I was the first one. I found out that I was off by almost half an inch. I corrected myself. The feeling was incredible. Incredible. That there's no words that can describe the feeling of tasting health. Being in optimal health is something people have no idea until they experience it. It's no words that can describe. No wonder people don't know, because it's such a good feeling. And after that, I took 1.5 years doing my trial. And yes, everything worked well. And it's a feeling that is incredible because I don't know what was going to happen to me. I was worried. I didn't want to take medication. I was already fainting. I will bend myself. For example, if I will bend like this, I couldn't even talk. And that's what happened a lot to the people that are already in advanced stage and they have pain. The fluid is all stored in the lungs. They cannot breathe or talk. They cannot talk. It's in the lungs because they have pain, they have discomfort, everything, and it gets stored in there, inflames. So when they come to my place, what they do, once they do the test, every 5 minutes they take a break, some even less sometimes. Why? When they do the test, they start sweating sometimes, okay, and they get tired. Why? Once the blood starts circulating well and they are so medicated, the kidneys cannot, clean that much, so they have to sit down a little bit. Then they go back, they stand up by themselves well, do another one, and then they keep cleaning the water. We can watch live the water coming from the lungs to the arms and the legs, into the face. That's when you start looking younger. Why? Because your pain is going away. Your blood now has normal circulation, and your lungs, very important to have empty lungs. If there is water stored, no good. It will interfere with breathing, will interfere with many other activities. Very, very important. That's another thing. Myself, I was going through that. I needed massage all the time. Well, massage, why people need massage? Of course, if you are asymmetric, there is no energy going through the back. So you need anybody touches your back, you go, oh, so beautiful, feels so good. Why? Yes, their structure is misaligned, their fluid is off balance, and is weak. So when people do massage, yes, warming the flesh, which is the fluid, allows a little blood circulation and a little energy to go by. But hours later, day later, goes down again, starts closing because it's pulling, all right? So when people come to me with that problem, aligning the structure, by itself, the muscles get to be turn to normal texture. The person starts having blood circulating and energy and stays like that. The body will not ask for massages. Okay, so you're going to feel in good health. You can stand all day, don't get tired. So that's the benefits of being in excellent health. But it's much more than I can mention. This is so complicated. But at the same time now it's easy, because now we discovered where the problems begin. No one, and I have checked all the nature, all the animals, everything. I have observed, I have watched, I spent so much time making sure their routines, what they do, and yes, we have drifted from, a way that we belong to the wild too, but since we made these changes, we've made this so-called evolution, yes, we are paying for it dearly. But now we can enjoy life and do the things that we like to do, and yes, we will improve that evolution in a way that we can live pain-free. That's very, very important. And now we can. There is a permanent solution, parenthesis cure for pain. People that are correctly aligned, have good symmetry, they have no pain. Okay, this is pretty much what symmetrology is about. And people with feet, okay, sometimes they don't know, I see them walking. Okay, we should not walk on dry surfaces without shoes or slippers. Why? Once you do that, the body weight on top of your feet, the flesh, the muscle spreads. Once the muscle spreads, the bone tilts even a little more, causing more pain in your feet and in your back and so on. That's why some people, when you see they're walking all the time in their slippers and things, or without shoes, around their feet, on those muscles, they start even cracking. And instead of being moist, nice, soft, like velvet and healthy and strong, they do what happens is gets harder, no circulation goes through, no moist, nothing. They start even getting hard and cracking. That's no good. Okay, very important. On surface, we should always wear closed shoes. Closed shoes creates moist and keeps the heel aligned, which is very important. Keeping the heels aligned prevents tilting to the sides. Okay? People that have sometimes pain in your arms, lack of blood circulation, that's part of it too. Some people come, their legs, they cannot move. Okay? The other day I had a client, no doctor could take care of the lady. Okay? There was her son and his wife, they could not believe. She left my office normal. That was amazing. Miss Paula now is enjoying her life versus she was about to go in a wheelchair. Last week I met 6 people that were going for surgery. 2, I saved them from surgery. The other 4, they decided to go. I don't know what's going to happen to them, but we know very well that, you do surgery on the shoulder, a person is not going to get well because it's local. We could help the person just by correcting the alignment, this goes away. Some people come, they cannot move their arm. They go like this, they cannot move their head. Why? Of course, it's stiff, the muscle. When the muscle is stiff and hard, it prevents you from mobility, from moving. So by correcting, that's what I say in the book, by correcting the structure, and the person does the test, all the fluid starts balancing, and within 20 minutes, the person is moving your arm, and it's normal. Looks like magic. Why slice it? Yesterday I read in the news about the hip. My God, it's big business. They pushing everything to cut. That's not something, but people don't know. I wish they knew about this. They will not go for replacing a hip. To me, I don't find, it's very hard for me to imagine at what point you replace a hip, because you can just correct it, correct the alignment, the hip is going to be okay. I've had people that they have their feet like this, foot like this. After my tests, they go to normal positioning. The structure, we make sure it's aligned, then everything is going to work well. Other things, heart, very important. A person that rests or sleeps on this side, of course, this side is already the affected side, the blood circulates slower. And when they sleep here, in the morning they get up so tired, with a numb arm, with headaches and everything. These people take 1 hour to recover. And they don't recover completely. Half a day they are tired already. And the people that are like this, and after I correct them, they can get a second job. And they're going to be fine, still have energy after second job. That's what happens, okay? What else? And many other, when we correct this, the ribs go into place, everything goes into place automatically, and the person walks normal afterwards, evenly and in balance, especially the person that they call them the elderly. They are not elderly. My God, they can live 100 years. Nobody should be in a wheelchair at 60, at 45, at 70. No one, unless it's an obvious, trauma situation. But because there is something, that can be prevented, and putting them there, it's not that good. And also, people that are taking bags of medication after surgery. Well, why? Because the person is asymmetric. You cut, it's not going to heal, ever. So the medication will shorten your life, keep you numb meanwhile, and shorten your life. So by correcting, I have had many people that had heart surgery and were going through that situation of taking too much medication. After I corrected them, because of the pain, everything improved. All the wounds healed correctly because the cells reached the healing speed and everything healed correctly. The people are back to work normal, doing the normal things, minus medication. Okay, then you eat whatever you like. If it's always good food, nice and chemical free, gives you good, clean energy for your body. Food that, has been processed and is made to last too long, and you eat heavy cheese. Some cheeses are very heavy for your stomach, so the digestive system takes longer. Also very important when people eat and drink cold drinks, because our system, people don't know, but the digestive system has to hit a certain temperature to heal, to shred the food and distribute the vitamins. You put cold water inside of it, oh my God, can you imagine what it does to it? It gets all bloated and acid and many things, so that doesn't work. So it's always good to drink half an hour before you eat. You drink as much as you like, and half an hour after, so that, that's why people sometimes, when they do that, they are tired, they take a nap. So that's something to look for also, to learn and practice that. And what else? There's so many things with our body, that has to do, is almost everything that has to do. People improve their sight because when they are misaligned, the blood not circulating well, they feel heavy. And after they weld, they feel lighter. Migraines never come back again once you're corrected. What else it is here that so much, the functioning, everything. Is very important to know that if our structure is not symmetric, our body, we are made of water and bones, fluid and bones. Even nerves are fluid, made of with other materials to stay hard. But once a person dies, after a while you only see bone and teeth. Someone leaves earrings, that will be there too. But yes, it disappears, evaporates. So that's the fluid. So we have to concentrate on the structure. The structure is the key to align. So by having a symmetric structure, a person will feel well, regardless whatever they have. And yes, when a woman gets pregnant, is going to become a mother, okay, very important, all the babies being molded inside. Very, very important. That's why alternating will give balance to the baby. And the baby will be born more symmetric. That's where prevention from origin, should take place. We should look at it that way. And most people don't even think about that. Do anyone ever in our stream will think that it's in the womb that our complications takes place? Yes, it is. It is. Because if it wasn't there, was somewhere else, we have fixed already. But people don't know. My book was written to educate the families and everyone. Wherever in your body you feel something, by reading the book you will know what to do. Versus looking for health, looking to correct that. And that's pretty much my book. You can find at Viva Life. Mac Books is going to have, and many others. Maybe HEB is going to have very soon. And buy online, you can buy anywhere in the world at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for today. Any questions? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those that wish to buy an autographed copy of one of the most accurate and informative family health educational materials, please come to the table on the stage. Thank you all for coming. God bless you and your families. Ladies and gentlemen, to book Mr. Jarimba for corporate or any organization free of charge presentations, please call him on the telephone number on the business card that you received. Out-of-town presentations are also